Well, there's a will, but there ain't nobody's name on it because James Arnold Frost told mom to put Helton on there. Well, Helton is not our legal name. And so then mom went up to Claim's office and had the names taken off because they're not the legal names. Yes, mom's name is still on, the title deed to the truck. Her name is still on the property, but it is my stuff as of 2006. It's just a matter of changing the name. That's it, which is a technicality. That's all it is. Fucking technicality. Okay? It's my land. It's my truck. That money he stole out of that bank account was my money. The money he stole out of mom's closet was my money. He is guilty of grand theft, and Kentucky State Police will not arrest him because they've probably been paid off. And I try to tell the truth, unlike the trolls, which the trolls are habitual liars. But I try to tell the truth wherever possible. That's why I call myself a truther.
God, I'm getting awful tired here.
Just Picoli says they're going to live stream my eviction. What eviction? I'm the executor of the estate. You better learn how to use Google, trolls. The executor of the estate cannot be removed. There's only one person on this planet can remove the executor of the estate, and it ain't Fat Larry. Larry's little POA is
Who's
nothing.
saying this?
The trolls. The trolls on YouTube are saying I'm going to be evicted on December the 11th. You can't evict the executor of the estate.
Out of their mind.
Well, well, I'm the one that took real estate law, so I should know. You cannot evict the executor of the estate. Larry's little POA is shit. I can literally walk into any courtroom anytime I fucking want and say, hey, you know that POA Larry Frost has? Yeah, dissolve it now. And boom, his POA is gone. Just that fucking fast. Okay, Larry cannot evict the executor of the fucking estate. I'm not only executor of the estate, I'm also executor of my mother's living will and her medical power of attorney. Larry cannot do shit to me. In fact, Larry is in a lot of hot water. So if Larry does try to send the police out here to kick me off my own land, because it's my land as of 2006, Larry goes to prison, and Larry will be getting a 30-day eviction notice. And so will James Arnold Frost down the road here. He'll be getting an eviction notice. Well, why James Arnold? Because James Arnold owes me $7 million. And if Larry comes down here with the sheriff, I'm going to point right down there at that fucking house down there and say, I want that man arrested. He owes me $7 million of my inheritance money. And if you don't do it, I'll have your fucking badge. I guarantee he'll be down there to arrest that sumbitch. So now you guys want to foment this shit? Okay, fine, let's do it. I'm executor of the estate, baby. Ain't nobody hiring me. Like I said, the only person that can get rid of me is a probate judge. And then on top of that, I got to commit a felony. Well, guess what? I ain't committed no felony. Wow, imagine that shit. Isn't that amazing? Okay, so there ain't nobody evicting me off of shit, trolls. I don't know where the fuck you keep getting this stupid shit from. Fat Larry and his stupid little POA doesn't mean shit. It means nothing. I can snuff his POA out in 2 fucking seconds. Okay, his POA is nothing. I am the executor of the fucking estate. Google it, you dumbass YouTube trolls. I know it's hard for you to figure out how to work Google, but try your best. Any moron can get on Google and say, hey, can the executor be removed from his own property? The answer is no. The answer is no. To do anything to an executor, you have to go before a probate judge, and then you have to prove that I've committed a felony, which I never would do because, hey, I'm a model citizen. I don't break the law. What's for dinner? Turkey is for dinner. But yeah, man, his POA don't mean shit to me. I can revoke his POA right fucking now. There's nothing he can do about it either. Not a damn thing. Besides, his POA is fraudulent anyway. You don't take your POA and use it to put your kid through college. Okay, that's not what a POA is for. Okay, that's not what a POA is for, man. Okay, no, fuck no. That's not what you use a POA for. Okay. So yeah, you trolls keep lying, saying he's going to kick me off the property because he ain't going to do it. And if he does try, if he's stupid enough to try, he'll be the one getting a 30-day notice to move, not me. I'm the executor to the estate and blood heir of the estate. I am also the executor of my mother's living will, and I am also my mother's medical power of attorney. I totally outrank Larry in every respect. All he has is a POA, and it's a fraudulent POA at that. Okay, there's nothing he can do to me. Nothing. In fact, Larry owes me $15,000 in back rent. Isn't that right, Larry? Yeah, fuck yeah, it's right. You owe me 15 grand in back rent. The Combses owe me 25,000 in back rent. And I ain't seen hide nor hair of any rent from the new renters at all. Not one dime. So why don't you tell Larry maybe he ought to pay me my rent? How about that? How about we do that? Pay me my rent and then we can talk about shit. But yeah, man, he can't evict me. No fucking way can he evict me. He can't evict me off my own fucking land. Are you guys high? Look it up, trolls. I'm the executor of the estate. Nobody can remove me. Nobody. And I only answer to a probate judge, not a district judge, not a civil judge. I only can answer to a probate judge. Well, I ain't stood in front of no probate judge, have I? No, I haven't. Oops. And even if I did stand in front of a probate judge, you have to prove I've committed a felony. Well, I don't break the law, so I ain't committed no felony. Wow, what a shock. So no, if the sheriff comes out here December the 11th, the one that'll be getting 30 days to move will be Larry. It will not be me. And it might even be good old James Arnold Frost down there too, because he does owe me $7 million of my inheritance money that he's been spending like water, which, by the way, is also a violation of a POA. See, when James Arnold Frost used the POA to go clean out Mom's bank account, and then he spent the money on himself instead of on my mother, that was a violation of the POA. So the POA is fraudulent. It has been fraudulent from day one. But yeah, you can't evict an executor, and you sure as fuck can't evict a blood heir. I'm the blood heir of this estate. You can't evict me. You cannot kick me off of it. And you cannot cut off my electric either. And now I know he threatened to do that too. Yeah, that would be the last thing he does. He cuts off my electricity. It'll be the last thing he does, because he'll be given a 30-day notice. I'm the executor of this estate. This is my land. It does not belong to the Frosts, and it never will. I don't give a fuck what the Frosts say on the internet. This is not their land. It never will be. This is my land. Oh, and by the way, filing a false report to CPS is a felony in the state of Kentucky. So there may be a quiz about that later. Just saying. And that goes for the Frosts and the YouTube trolls. Since y'all like to talk so goddamn much about me and mine, there's gonna be a quiz later about that shit, motherfuckers. It's a felony to file a false report in the state of Kentucky. Write it down, boys and girls. I kind of hope somebody does come out and try to evict me on the 11th, which is a Saturday, by the way. That's on a Saturday. Doubtful anybody's going to do anything on a Saturday, but if they do, that's fine. Because like I said, the second that sheriff shows up on this property to try to evict me, Larry gets a 30-day notice. He may not even get a 30-day notice. The sheriff may be going down to his house to evict his ass, because I'm the executor of this estate. Ain't nobody moving me off my property. Nobody. Yes, the property is technically still in my mother's name, but it is not my mother's property. As of 2006, the property legally became mine because my mother relinquished a POA on this property. Well, as soon as she relinquished the POA, by law, it comes to me. It belongs to me. It does not belong to the Frosts. It does not belong to a bunch of idiots. It belongs to me. It's mine. It's my property. It doesn't belong to anybody else. Sorry. And the fact that Larry has already violated his POA twice, and James Arnold violated the POA before that, makes the POA non-compliant. Okay, the POA is a piece of shit. It needs to be at least it needs to be dissolved, and I intend to do that fully and completely, because they violated the POA numerous times anyway. So But yeah, they ain't nobody evicting me off my own land, you dumb fucks. It can't be done. Sorry. See, my executorship carries on even after mom's dead.
Yeah, because the
My
power of
executorship
attorney
never
only goes
goes
for when
away.
she's alive, right?
I'm executor right now. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah,
but
the
that,
executorship is in power right now while she's alive. That's why it's
right,
called a living will, is because she's alive.
right. Yeah,
Okay. And as executor of her living will, I am literally in charge of everything. And
right.
in fact, Larry Frost is supposed to pay me rent, and he ain't paid me no rent in years.
Oh, wow, that's right.
He
Your
owes
mom
me
owns all
the
those
Combses. Oh, get this, Solar. The Combses owe me about 25,000 in rent, but they flew the coop. They left. But
Okay,
the thing of it is, but here's the thing. Here's the
they
thing.
owe you
Okay,
rent.
here's the thing. The Combses left out of here owe me 25,000 in back rent. Of course, they left. They're gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And then, but Larry owes me. He owes me. Anywhere from 11 to 15,000. I'm not really sure. It's somewhere in that
Wow.
ballpark.
No wonder they want everything.
And the new renters ain't paid me a dime. I haven't seen
Right.
a dime
Hey,
of their
John.
money. You know what Larry said on the internet, Solar? He said
What's that?
he said he can put his kid through college now. As
Forever.
executor of the estate, I could evict him right now for failure to pay rent. I could do
Well,
it
let me
right now.
ask you this: what's holding you up? You know, if
What's
these-
holding me up?
Yeah.
But nothing really. I'm just, I'm basically letting Larry hang himself because that's all he's doing. He hasn't paid no rent. He hasn't restocked the freezers. I mean,
Wow.
I'm just letting him hang himself. And
Well,
if we
I know
do
this
go,
much.
if we, do, I can't wait. I hope the sheriff does show up on my doorstep on December the 11th.
Yeah.
Because there's going to be a big surprise for Larry Frost.
That ain't gonna happen, Vaughn.
Because I can tell you right now, when I prove to that sheriff that I'm executor of this fucking property and I'm the blood heir of this property, there's going to be an eviction, all right, but it sure ain't going to be me. See, now what they could do, they could try to force me off the land and then try to take the land by fiat. They could try that. But the problem with that is that I ain't going no fucking where, man. I ain't going no fucking where. Larry threatened to cut off my electricity, right? I'm already saying, where's my rent, Larry? I told him the other day when he come out here. I said, you got to pay me rent, right? Oh, I got to pay you nothing. I ain't got to pay you nothing. I got a POA. I said, dude, executor outranks POA. Power of attorney is what a POA is. And now, granted, a POA has a lot of power. I'll give you that. But an executor's above that. Executor's got even more power. Larry has a POA because James Arnold Frost paid off a judge to give him that POA. And then he seized my mother's SSI, stimulus checks, government checks, and he's refused to pay rent. Okay? Now, the problem he has is that the executor, me, is over him in pecking order. He's supposed to collect the rent and give the rent to me, and then I'm to put it in the bank account and pay the bills with.
How much rent a month is Larry supposed to pay you?
I'm not really sure. 300, 400, 500, something like that. I'd have to look. Again. But he, like I said, he owes me anywhere from 11 to 15,000 in back rent. The Combs is left out of here owe me 25,000 in back rent. Okay. So, and like I said, I haven't seen one payment of rent from the new renters at all. Larry is keeping the rent because he believes that the POA is the one that collects rent. Well, yes and no. The POA collects the rent, but then he gives it to the executor, me, and then I put it in the bank to pay the bills. That's the law in Kentucky.
Right.
And Larry has not been doing that since day one. So Larry is the one that's in big trouble. Now
you're collecting rent for someone that's like your mom, that she's not able to do it because she's basically at this point
incapacitated in some way.
Again, incapacitated. Now let me ask you this. Right. Typically that rent goes into a certain account, and then out of that rent comes the property taxes and any maintenance needs beyond that property.
Correct.
Have you paid the taxes on any of these properties, or are you lacking the taxes because of Larry and them?
Larry has supposedly been paying the taxes. But the thing of it is that he's not supposed to be doing that. I mean, I'm the executor.
I was going to say he's not. He don't own the property. But hold on a minute here. The property taxes are a hell of a lot less than what the rent would be, because the property taxes are what? Let's say, how do you know what they are?
No.
The rent should far by cover the property taxes.
No.
Does your mom charge him really cheap rent?
Really cheap rent. They're
Like
getting
what,
off. They're getting
$200
off
a
scot.
month?
They're getting off damn near scot free. Well, I'm not going to say,
Oh,
but they're getting
wow.
off. They're getting off damn near scot
Or
free.
your
Listen,
mom.
the property taxes are considerably more than the rent by
The
far.
rent should, or I mean, the property taxes should be less per year than what the rent is because you want your rent to cover the property taxes. Do you see
Correct.
what I'm saying?
That's
Is
I
that
see what you're
even
saying.
is that how it is? It should
I
be,
see
or
what
isn't it?
you're saying, but here's the problem. The problem is that there's other bills to pay. All right, for
Oh,
example,
maintenance.
I had to get rid of AARP.
I know what that
AARP
is.
when mom fell out the window and hurt herself,
Insurance.
AARP never paid off. When mom got into a car accident, AARP never paid off. And I said, "Okay, that's it. We're done with AARP." And I got rid of them. Okay? I got rid of AARP. I canceled them. Larry, when he took control, turned AARP back on. Even though AARP never paid a dime to any of my mom's 2 accidents.
Wow.
And I told Larry, I said, "You can't do that. They haven't paid on my mom's accidents. Don't turn them back on." And not only that, mom only gets $1,300 a month. That's all she gets. And AARP, get this, AARP was double dipping. AARP was double dipping my mother. She was
Oh
paying through
boy, I've heard of
United
that.
Healthcare. Listen, she was paying through United Healthcare, which is AARP. She was paying almost $300 a month. And then AARP was sending a bill under the AARP name that was asking her for $300 a month. They were literally trying to double dip her. And I told him, I told them and I told Larry, I said, no more. AARP has to go. Well, the first thing he did when he took over was turn AARP back on. Okay. So mom is literally working. If mom hadn't got the stimulus checks, mom would literally be in a deficit right now every month. Larry said publicly, I can put my kids through college now. Well, how's he going to do that? Oh, he's going to do it with the rent money, the stimulus checks, and mom's SSI.
Because he don't work, right? He doesn't.
He don't work. Right. He don't work. He has nothing.
Wow.
He has nothing. He couldn't put his kids through college before. I know this for a fact. He didn't have the money. So where's he getting the money to put his kids through college? The rent money.
So Larry is, holy crap. I'm just sitting here thinking about this because right there's your totem, and you did your totem unboxing and you framed it, and people got really upset because they spent about the money you had spent on the frame. But here you had money, you had plenty of money of your own. So
yeah, I had my daddy's money. Yeah.
Yeah, you had your
which CPS has used up over the last 12 years. I had it in the safety deposit box because I didn't think I'd need it because I had mom's $7 million to use. So I didn't really, I put the $2 million away because I didn't think I'd be using it. Well, lo and behold, CPS comes along and says, yeah, we're going to fuck him over on his disability and his SSI and not give it to him. And so there's that. And so I literally had to live off my daddy's $2 million these past 12 years. Yeah. That's what I've been living on. See, the trolls keep saying I was using Jerry's money. The point is that I wasn't using Jerry's money. I've never been using Jerry's money. And that's why I can't wait for these to get these trolls in front of a judge, because I've never used Jerry's money. Everything these trolls have said about me has been a flat out fucking lie. And I can prove it. I can prove all of it. Guilford had a Cherokee wife. And
Guilford was Alice's father, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And he had a Cherokee wife, and she popped out a couple or 3 kids and died. Okay. And so he remarried an American wife and had the rest of his children through her. That is a fact. That's not my opinion. I don't give a fuck what Larry Frost says. That is fact. Okay. The Cherokee wife died early. Okay. And so he married an American woman and had the rest of his children with her. Okay. And that's the truth. Okay. Now, Arnold, my supposition is that Arnold is from the American wife, not the Cherokee wife. But let's play devil's advocate. And let's say that Arnold is from the Cherokee wife. They still can't claim my mother because the bloodline comes off of Guilford and on to Alice and Arnold. Okay, Arnold's bloodline then goes this way, and Mom's bloodline goes this way. Omer's bloodline goes this way. Floyd's bloodline goes that way. Hazel's bloodline goes this way. They all fan out. Okay, so if you can't sit there and say you're on Arnold's bloodline and then try to claim to be on Mom's too, because they fan out after Guilford. You can't be on both. It's medically impossible. There's no fucking way that you can be on both at the same time. You can't. Even if they claim that Arnold is from the Cherokee mom, which I don't think he is. I think he's from the American mom. But even if he was, you still can't claim mom as your blood relative. You can't do it. You're on Arnold's bloodline. And they've stated that numerous times in public, so they can't deny it. Now, I totally forgot what I was fucking looking for. I was looking
You
for
were talking
Oh,
about.
I was looking for the pictures of the freezer. That's right. That's what I was. Found them. All right. Anyway, there's the picture, dude.
Okay. Okay. Is that what they're saying was left or what? What's going on?
That's what it looks like today.
Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. So what do we have here? Are they king crab legs?
No, that's not king crab legs.
Okay,
I don't know what it is, but it ain't king crab legs. It's just, that's and not only that, but that's all old stuff. It's old.
King crab legs.
It's not king crab legs. Trust me.
Okay, I see a huge turkey up to the left.
There's a turkey, and I don't know what that shit is, but it ain't king crab legs.
Sure.
Are you kidding? They ain't gonna buy shit like that. All right. Anyway, but that now you saw how it looked when I was in charge. All right, I am documenting the fact that I have spent almost $600 in food, and it is in her freezer. Her freezer is now filled almost completely full.
Wow,
$600, almost $600 worth of food. $580 worth of food. Almost $600 worth of food. So if they come and say that she's starving to death and that she ain't got no food, well, then it's because they ate it all. Because here it is, and you all can see it.
Which I had
and I bought it just now.
I got a case of Coke
from the Schwann's man. So, and it's all brand new. So they can't say it's old food.
Right on.
Well, see, that's what they're doing. They're coming in eating your food, and then they're saying that you ain't got no food.
Well, I'll see you to it.
That's what they're doing. That has to be what they're doing, because I've stocked this twice now, and as you can see, it's completely stocked full of food. And then they'll come and they'll eat it all, and then they'll say, "Well, she ain't got no food."
I never see nobody get nothing out of there.
Honey, they do. Trust me, they do. Now you see how it looks. But now wait until you see this one.
Yeah. Oh, now it's with Larry in charge.
Yep, that's with Larry in charge. Now, to his credit, he did finally come and put some food in there.
Come on.
I had to call him up and tell him that there's food, that she's out of food.
Oh,
and I've had to do that 3 times. I've had to do it 3 times. I've had to call him up 3 times and tell him that she was out of food. He's only got a 6th grade education. See, I took business administration and I took real estate law. Okay, I've got an education. He does not. Right. And he should have never been put in charge of her at all anyway, because he's a distant relative. He is not the blood heir. Yeah. And so, well, there's a will, but see, okay, here's the problem with the thing, Solar. Here's the thing, okay? James Arnold Frost once again stuck his fucking nose in and went over to Mom's. I was sitting there when he did it, and he told Mom to put Helton down for my name and my kids' names. Well, that's not our legal name, okay? And he did that intentionally. All right, he told her to write Helton on there intentionally so that she would have to remove them later, which she did. All right, so she removed my name and the kids' name. Now, James Arnold Frost's name was on there, but his name is only on there as a temporary executor. And I emphasize the word temporary, you dumbass YouTube trolls. Temporary. He was a temporary executor on that will. Temporary, trolls. You know what the word temporary means, dumbasses? All right, anyway, he's on there as a temporary. He's on there as a temporary executor, okay, of the will. Now, the problem is that there's nobody's name on the will at the moment. He doesn't get it because he's an executor. It's not willed to him. He's just an executor. He's just in charge of handling the property. Yeah. But even that is fraudulent because the document was fraudulent because she put the wrong damn names on there. Okay. Right. She put the wrong damn names on there. Now, she was supposed to go back up there and get it changed to Von Helton. Well, the problem is that James Arnold Frost once again stuck his nose where he didn't belong and accused Mom of having dementia, got a doctor named Dr. Naval to sign off on it, which, by the way, is medical malpractice where we come from. And so now they've declared her with dementia. She doesn't have dementia, by the way. And we're gonna go to Tennessee and prove that. But anyway, the point is that she does not have dementia. And if we are forced to go into a court of law at some time here in the near future, we will be able to testify with a fully functioning mother who does not have dementia, who is not out of her mind. She is well within her right mind, and she will be able to testify that James Arnold Frost stole $2.5 million out of her closet, then obtained an illegal POA and cleaned out her bank account to the tune of $5.5 million, roughly. And she will also be able to testify that Larry Frost was illegally in possession of her SSI card for 6.5 months before the judge gave it to him legally. Okay, so both Frosts are guilty of grand theft. Why did the court not arrest these two as soon as they walked in the courtroom? Well, now that's a good question.
Civil.
And if we do go to court, you can bet your sweet ass I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to bring that up. Because Larry Frost was illegally in possession of Mom's SSI card for 6.5 months, and the court didn't arrest him. He should have been automatically arrested for grand theft. He wasn't supposed to be in possession of that card at all.
Okay, let me ask you this, Vaughn. Who's in possession of it right now?
Larry Frost.
Okay. When you go to court in December, will you have the chance of getting that card back?
The bailiff will take it away from him and give it to me because his POA is going to be dissolved. Now listen to this one dumbass. He's like, yeah, I reported you to food stamps because you had $2 million. The food stamps isn't because I had money, dumbass. The food stamps is because I'm disabled, you fucking moron. I got lymphedema and I got a back going out and a hip going out. That's why I get food stamps. The $2 million of my daddy's money ain't got shit to do with it. Nothing. So go on ahead and call the food stamps. They'll just laugh at you. You big dumbass. See, folks, this is why you need to learn shit, man, because these people are stupid. Well, there's a will, but there ain't nobody's name on it because James Arnold Frost told Mom to put Helton on there. Well, Helton is not our legal name. And so then Mom went up to claims office and had the names taken off because they're not the legal name. Exactly. Nobody's name is on it at all. But no, that's a good thing because if nobody's name's on it, except for James Arnold Frost as the executor, then that means it comes to me by default. Unless they grab Mom and run her up there and get her to make a new will, there's nothing they can do. It goes straight to me.
Wow.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the beauty of it. They've declared Mom has gotten dementia, which means she can't sign any legal documents. Whether they like it or not, I get it all. They fuck themselves. They fucked themselves. They don't even realize it. They basically shot themselves in the foot when he told her to put Helton on there because now, with nobody's name on there, it automatically comes to me, not the kids. Because now, with her being declared dementia, she can't sign any legal documents, which means the will has nobody's name on it, so it automatically defaults to me. Now, James Frost's name is on there, but all he is a fucking executor. There's nothing he can do. He can't give the property to himself. He can't give the property to anybody else but me. And he can't do anything except what I tell him to do. He's fucked.
Did you see these Frosts, Vaughn, at Thanksgiving at all? Oh, what? Look,
no, sir.
See him at all? Okay.
One of the Frosts walked in with what looked like a plate of food and then left. That was it.
Did they come down and visit your mom at all? Or are they close to your mom?
No, not really. Like I said, somebody walked in with a plate of food and then left. That was it. I watched the whole thing.
So what I'm getting at is these Frosts that supposedly love your mom so much they don't even bother with her no more. Why?
No, they got her over. Why the fuck should they? They got all her fucking money. They got $7 million, Solar. What the fuck they need to? Why the fuck they need to do anything?
$7 fucking
they
million.
They got $7 million. That $7 million, by the way, is my money. It's not my mom's money.
Vaughn, if you had $7 million, do you realize the piece of ass of women you could get? Oh my God.
But anyway, yeah, that they stole $7 million, bro. They stole 2.5 out of Mom's closet, and then they stole the other 5 out of her bank account. Dude, she had war bonds going all the way back to 1941.
Wow.
Each one of them war bonds is easily $100,000 a piece, and she had tons of them. On top of that, she had old insurance policies from 1940. She had T-bills, certificates of deposit, treasury bills. That's what a T-bill is, treasury bill. She had certificate of deposit. She had expensive jewelry. She had all kinds of shit in that bank, and he took all of it. The only thing he left was a stack of silver dollars, and he left a few thousand in the checking account. That was it. That's all he left. He took everything else. Okay, these trolls are still stupid twats.
Why?
Okay,
What are
let
they?
me try this again. I'm going to try this again for the stupid trolls. They're apparently too fucking stupid to understand Kentucky law. Okay, when my mother relinquished the POA, she didn't just relinquish the POA off of my daddy's stuff, because her and dad had went to Clay M's office and made it all one big pile, dumbasses. Okay, so when she relinquished the POA, she didn't just relinquish it off of my daddy's stuff. She relinquished it off of everything, which means by Kentucky law, it all becomes mine. I am the sole blood heir, and Kentucky law is very clear. When she relinquished that POA in 2006, everything became mine. The truck, the property, the jewelry, the money, it all became mine in 2006. And had I known that, isn't it funny that the courts never told me in 2006 that everything become mine? Isn't that funny how they never told me that? That's pretty interesting, isn't it? So anyway, in 2006, everything became mine. All of it. Okay? All of it. Yes, mom's name is still on, the title deed to the truck. Her name is still on the property, but it is my stuff as of 2006. It's just a matter of changing the name. That's it, which is a technicality. That's all it is. Fucking technicality. Okay? It's my land. It's my truck. That money he stole out of that bank account was my money. The money he stole out of mom's closet was my money. He is guilty of grand theft, and Kentucky State Police will not arrest him because they've probably been paid off. That's the truth. That's the truth. Because why hasn't anybody arrested him? I mean, he admitted to it over telephone. So why hasn't nobody arrested him? Well, that's a good question, isn't it? That's a damn good question. See, if I'd have stole money from somebody, I'd be in jail right now. I sure as fuck wouldn't be running around free. So why isn't James Arnold Frost in jail for grand theft? Why isn't Larry in jail for grand theft for stealing that SSI card of mom's? Why? Why aren't they in jail? If I stole something out of somebody's purse, my ass would be in jail, wouldn't it? Yeah, fuck yeah. But not Larry's. Why? Why is that? Inquiring minds want to know. I'm asking for a friend. So you trolls are siding with criminals. And you guys are criminals. So I guess you make good bedfellows. But I'm telling you right now, when my kids turn 18, you guys are fucked. Because my kids watched out that window, their mommy being dragged off this property in handcuffs, and her not guilty of a goddamn thing. These dumbass trolls reported me for having the $2 million of my daddy's money. The problem is that I didn't get the $2 million of my daddy's money until after I'd been denied everything.
Yeah, it
So
doesn't
they're wasting their fucking time.
Inherited money from as long ago as you say it is. There's nothing that can be done about it.
Well, yeah, it's inherited money anyway. That doesn't go against me, I don't think.
Right? No.
I don't believe it does. But even if it did, I didn't go collect the money until after I got turned down anyway. So they're wasting their fucking time.
What kind of look did you have on your face the first time you realized your mom and dad had $7 or $5 million? Were you like, holy?
I'll tell you exactly what happened. I can tell you exactly what happened. I walked into her closet. She's got one of these long, narrow walk-in closets, right?
Yeah. I know.
So I go into this long walk-in closet, and something told me, said, look down. So I looked down, and at the bottom of the closet, tucked away underneath there, was all these mason jars.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, that's peculiar. What the fuck has she got a bunch of why is she canning in her closet? That don't make no damn sense. So I got down, I looked at these mason jars. Oh, they had something in them, all right. $1,000 bills wrapped up in big wads in each mason jar. Okay. And the estimate is that it's $2.5 million in mason jars in her closet. Okay, so now here's what I done. First of all, after I calmed down, because I nearly
did she know how much was in there or not?
So I go into her and I said, Mom, okay, you've got all this money in this closet. You need to get it to the bank immediately.
Mm.
And she's like, well, yeah, but what if the banks crash? I said, look, Mom, I know you survived the Depression. I know the Depression was scary because the banks all collapsed and kept everybody's money and people were jumping out of windows and shit. I know. I'm not stupid. But you don't want it here because I got a bad feeling it's going to disappear if you keep the money here. Now I'm afraid the banks will crash. I'm afraid the banks will crash. I understand her, okay? I understand the Depression sucked, man. The banks lied, said they failed when they didn't do shit. They just kept everybody's fucking money. And then you got all these businessmen jumping out of windows and shit. Literally jumping out of windows. Okay? That's on video even. But the thing of it is she survived all that and it freaked her out. And so that's why she had the money in the closet. Okay, well, fast forward to James Arnold Frost. He found out she had that money in the closet. And so he takes her, throws her in a nursing home against my will, and then starts renovating on her house. And then,
That's like 2.5 years ago, wasn't it? Something
and
like
then
that.
he takes off with the money out of the closet. And that money.
Do you have any type of recording, or do you have any admission from him taking money from y'all?
Oh, that's the best
To a
part.
witness?
That's
Or
the best part, Solar. That's
oh,
the
okay.
best part. The best part of this is that I've got him on speakerphone telling an entire fucking room full of people, yeah, I took the money and I ain't bringing it back.
Oh my gosh! Are
Yeah,
you serious? The
I'm
whole
serious as a fucking
man.
heart attack. The house was packed when and he was on speakerphone. He was on speaker. He said, yeah, not only am I not giving you the money back, I'm not giving you the lawn equipment back. I'm not giving you back your guns. I'm not giving nothing back. Yeah. Yeah. James Arnold Frost, according to what everybody in Oneida says, James Arnold Frost gave Helena Bailey Lewis, the district court here in Clay County, gave her $50,000 of my fucking money, and gave it to this judge to give Larry Frost my mother's SSI and stimulus checks. Sure the fuck did. And everybody in Oneida knows it too. I mean, everybody. Everybody fucking
Even the
knows.
police, but the police
Even
are
the
not
police.
thinking it's federal. That's a
Yeah,
federal.
nobody's made an arrest. Isn't that interesting?
Okay.
Everybody knows, but
Have
nobody's
you
made
had
an
the
arrest.
feds
I
investigate?
believe that the gods have given me this land for a reason. I don't fully understand the reason just yet, other than the fact that there's a beautiful 3-tier plateau right up there where I can put me a beautiful 2-story house with a fully functional basement. But other than that, I don't know. But it seems like the gods have me tied to this land for whatever reason. And if that is indeed the case, anyone, and I mean anyone, that tries to remove me from this land in any way has to answer to the gods of creation. And that's probably something they don't want to deal with.
Right. I agree.